Obesity has become a leading cause of death and disability worldwide, claiming over 4 million lives annually. It's a modern epidemic that starkly contrasts with the past, where obesity was rare, especially in traditional communities. The prevailing narrative suggests that as economies develop, people move less, leading to fat accumulation. But what if that's not the whole story? A groundbreaking study published in PNAS in July 2025 challenges this assumption, revealing that diet, not just reduced physical activity, is the main driver of obesity in economically developed countries. This research analyzed data from over 4,200 adults across 6 continents, including hunter-gatherers, farmers, and urban dwellers. The findings were eye-opening. While it's true that people in wealthier nations tend to have higher body mass and fat percentages, much of this increase isn't solely due to fat gain. Interestingly, a significant portion of the weight gain in developed countries comes from greater fat-free mass, like muscle and bone. Yet, despite this increase in lean tissue, body fat percentages remain higher in high HDI countries compared to traditional societies. When examining energy expenditure, the results were equally surprising. Total daily energy expenditure, or TEE, was higher in developed populations, but when adjusted for body size, the difference shrank significantly. In fact, TEE was only about 6% lower in high HDI countries compared to low HDI ones. This suggests that people in wealthier nations aren't burning dramatically fewer calories through activity than those in more traditional lifestyles. Even hunter-gatherers had TEE values nearly identical to those of Americans and Norwegians. If reduced calorie burning were the main culprit behind obesity, we would expect a strong correlation between low TEE and high body fat. However, the study found weak links. For women, total energy expenditure was slightly associated with fat percentage, but this connection vanished when accounting for other factors. For men, higher TEE correlated with a minuscule decrease in body fat. Overall, differences in energy expenditure explained only about 10% of the obesity increase linked to economic development. So, what's the real issue? It boils down to diet. Participants in developed countries consumed more calories overall, with ultra-processed foods, or UPFs, standing out as a major factor. These energy-dense, hyperpalatable foods are easy to overeat and are linked to higher body fat percentages. In fact, the percentage of calories from UPFs was strongly associated with body fat, even after adjusting for various factors. On the other hand, per capita meat consumption didn't show a significant link to body fat when UPFs were considered. This doesn't mean we should ignore physical activity. Exercise has immense health benefits, including reducing cardiovascular disease and improving mental health. However, for effective weight control in developed economies, addressing the food environment is crucial. Both diet and physical activity should be viewed as complementary pillars of public health. The implications are clear. Economic development can lead to better nutrition, but also increases access to cheap, highly processed foods that promote fat gain. To combat obesity, we need to focus on measuring body fat percentage rather than relying solely on BMI, improve diet quality by limiting UPFs, and encourage nutrient-rich whole foods while promoting daily movement for its myriad health benefits. The obesity epidemic in wealthier nations isn't just about moving less. It's about eating more, particularly the wrong kinds of food. If you enjoy the content here, subscribing is the best way to stay connected and never miss an update. Your support helps me create even more amazing videos, and I want to hear from you. Leave a comment with your thoughts, questions, or just to say hi. Engaging with you makes this journey so much more rewarding. Plus, I love getting to know what you want to see next. So hit that subscribe button and let's keep the conversation going.